Hello everybody, this is an astrological forecast for Aquarius for September of 2013. And this also applies if you have an Aquarian ascendant. So my dear Aquarians, we certainly have the effects of this grand cross affecting you deeply in these houses 3, 6, 9 and 12. So your health, your well-being, your learning, you're having to learn a lot of new things. Now Aquarians, for the most part, you don't mind learning new things, but there are some challenges going on with this learning process. There's a lot happening psychologically, mentally. There's an awakening going on. I mean, we are coming into this age of Aquarius, but these are not easy aspects that we're all having to deal with. In the world today, and personally, we know we have to take a giant leap across a chasm and we really don't quite know what's at the other side. And much as you are forward thinking, Aquarius, you also are a fixed sign and you don't like a whole lot of change. Now Venus is the trigger point at the moment for this grand square, and it's in your 9th house. Venus in the 9th house is wonderful for meeting a tall, dark, handsome stranger from overseas, or somebody very attractive, an overseas person. It's also good for doing business with somebody from overseas. It's also nice for travel, but particularly meeting somebody from another country with whom you could either have a friendship or a love relationship. It's also a wonderful time for studying something that you love. Studying something that really widens your horizons, takes you to levels into areas that you've not thought you would ever look at before. I mean, I can give you a simple personal example. I never ever thought I would make things. I never thought I was any good with my hands, actually. But I've made a couple of hats lately out of paper, but nonetheless. So start to do something you enjoy, but something you've not done before. Explore something new. Now, on September the 5th, we've got a new moon in your 8th house. A lot going on in this 8th house, my dear Aquarians. So much happening in this house of finance, especially joint finances. So when I say joint finances, this can mean a husband or a wife, your joint finances, or a business partnership. It's shining a light on that. So it's giving you an opportunity to create something new, to do something new, to get rid of something old. Maybe you're going through a divorce and something new needs to come through. Well, with the new moon, you might well have a good idea that could push you forward into something new and better for yourself financially. But it also refers to, with the Sun and Mercury there, it's important that you look at any kind of relationships that you have with financial organizations. It could be something to do with your taxes. Maybe you need to have a clean sweep with taxes, say, right, I'm going to do it now, anything you've been putting off. It's also a good time for writing letters, communications, Mercury being there and the Sun being there. You need to be willing to look at maybe insurance policy, your banking situation, any investments that you have. This may all need a re-evaluation with these planets in this financial house for you. On September the 9th, Mercury moves into your 9th house. So lovely time for teaching, learning, studying, writing, publishing something, getting something published, getting something noticed that you want to share out in the world. This part of the chart is very much out in the world, out there, and obviously world beyond. Outer space as well would certainly come under this 9th house as well. On September the 11th, we've got Venus going into your 10th house, joining Saturn there. So many of you Aquarians have been experiencing quite a lot of challenges in the career area. Maybe with Saturn there taking on extra responsibilities, maybe not being compensated at all, or maybe even having your wages cut in some way, feeling as though, I really should be getting more for the kind of work I'm doing, well, Venus here softens that effect from the 11th of the month. This is a nice aspect in the work area, so somebody wanting to help you, somebody recognizing some of your talents, or maybe it's just you that needs to recognize your talents. But it's very good as well for being seen in the world in a positive light, coming over very positively. On September the 19th, we have a full moon, opposite our new moon that we had in the 8th house, so your finances are very much triggered this month, Aquarians. And this full moon going on in your 2nd house of finance in Pisces, joining Neptune there. So many of you are having to have real faith about your finances. I know it's some of you have been experiencing some deep challenges, and this full moon here is going to shine a light on everything financial, but also shining a light on what's important to you. With it being in Pisces, maybe there's a change in your values. Maybe you deciding now, well, you know what, I don't think I want to travel so much for work. I want to be home more. Or maybe I want to work from home. Yeah, it's looking at your values and it's shining a light on those things, because the moon now there, you may be sensitive to your finances. You may find yourself a bit worried about finances as well. But just remember, it's an ultra sensitivity point. Use it for the positive energy it's giving you, because it's probably going to show you where your weak points are and where you maybe need to improve what you're doing financially. And on the 22nd of the month, the Sun moves out of your 8th house and into your 9th house of higher learning. Again, it's really a time, Aquarius, to start branching into higher learning, either to develop your career, to take it in a new direction, to add some skills. Maybe you need to learn some new technology. Maybe you want to develop your psychic abilities, especially with having Pluto here in this 12th house. It will be triggering some psychic ability here, but really developing much more of your intellect, your view, not being too narrow-minded. Not that Aquarians are, but sometimes you can be quite opinionated. You know, this is my opinion, I'm sticking to it. Well, start looking at what else is out there, as I'm sure you do, but this is just such a good time for study and learning. And also with Mars all month in your 7th house of relationship, good time to put energy into your relationships. Careful you don't get into confrontations. Mars can be a little bit confrontational sometimes, but certainly a good time for putting energy into relationships and pushing things on and ahead. So there you have it, my dear Aquarians. I hope you've noticed the difference in sound quality and picture quality. Thank you to so many of you who gave me feedback, necessary feedback, and I've heeded it. Thank you for subscribing, sharing, commenting, and getting in touch. I love hearing from you. Have a great month. Bye for now.